Hello there, you can win all these coins down here. All you have to do is comment on this video, comment on all the other videos in this series. This is part 7. We're looking through a bag of 999 pennies. There we are, quite a few left, so let's grab some and get on with it. Okay, here we go. We're starting off with King George VI, and that is 1944. There's a 1937, so that will also be George VI. And there is a Victoria, not a very good condition, that one. 1877. Oh, that is a little bit dirty, isn't it? A little bit grubby. We do, oh, so bad it won't, the camera don't want to focus on it. 1877, but that's dirty, so we know where that's going. Well, you might not know because you probably haven't watched it before, but we have a mug here from Makamula. He's a coin channel, and what we're going to do is put all our dirty coins in this mug, and if anybody wants them, when it's half full, originally I said when it's full, but that's too many. So when it's half full, we'll give them away. And as always, we'll tip those out to one side and put the new one in the empty mug. Because we love that noise it makes. Well, I say we, probably just me. No, I know other people like that sound as well. Right, 1938. Now we've got a 1965 there. Elizabeth II. 1912. Ah, no mint mark. There's a 1912. It has not got a mint mark, and that is one we're looking for. So let's get that down there on the board. Well, first of all, I'll show you the one we have got. We've got a 1912 with the H mint mark. See there to the left of the date. Let me just zoom in on that a little bit in case you haven't seen it. There we are, little H mint mark to the left of the date, and the other one is a plain one. So the one on the right, the H, would have been made at Heaton Works in Birmingham, and the one on the left would have been made at the Royal Mint at Tower Hill in London. And if anyone's playing penny bingo, there's another line. Full up. Carrying on, 1964. There's George V, 1936. There's a Victoria. It's a Vale head. 1898. We're still looking for 1895 with a Vale head type. 1948 there. What's this one? That's an 1899. So again, that'll be Victoria. But we do have that one. And there's a young head Victoria. So 1890. But that is in terrible condition, isn't it? Big chunk off the bottom there. A big slit in it. Nah, that's no good. We've already got an 1890. There's another Jersey penny, or 1/12 of a shilling, as they call it. 1966. That's 1066 to 1966, commemorating 900 years since the Battle of Hastings. There's a 1966 British one. There's a 1947 George VI and a 1937. Okay, 1900, that's going to be Queen Victoria. 1927. 1896. There's a 1904, that'll be Edward VII. Got that one. 1931. And there is, what's it got on it? Plaster. It's an Edward VII, 1910, but it's going in the mug. Okay. 1900 of Victoria. Now we've got a 1915. Has that got a recessed ear? No, it hasn't. That's a plain one. 1919. There's no H or KN mint mark on that. That's the common version. And there, what we got here? 10 centimes. Oh, Spain, España. Spanish. So that is Alfonso the 12th. 1877. That's another new foreign one. Anybody want to let me know whether that mint mark is there a mint mark? Or no, there isn't a mint mark. Yes, there is. I thought I saw a mint mark. There we go. If you can read that, is it OM? Well, that's going to go onto the board. We've got a space there for it. But any more, we'll have to put them down there. Lovely. Okay, 1931. There's a 1913, and I've got a coin there with something stamped on it. Can't read that though. What's that? Oh, Mackie. Mackie, does that say? Mackie and Mackie and Mackie. Oh yeah, there's an and sign. Somebody's company, someone's business is stamped on the coins. That was a big problem with the old big copper penny coins before 1860. Had lots of adverts stamped on them. But don't see it too often with the newer ones. Anyway, that can be part of the giveaway. Somebody wants that and finds that interesting. There we are. I'll put that down there. So we're building up down there now. $19.36. There's a 1907, but we did find quite a good quality one in the last hunt. 1907. 1918. Don't think there's a mint mark there. Nope. Are we going to count that as a dirty coin? Oh god, yes, of course we are. There it goes. Oh, we've got another French one here by the look of it. Yeah. French. And that's a dirty coin. 1898. Right, that's a dilemma, isn't it? Do we put it in the dirty mug? No, we better put that on the board actually. It's a little bit worn, but we can see the date, 1898. Right, 10, is that 10 centimes? Yeah, 10 centimes. Right, that can go down the board as well then. Where's the other French ones? There they are. They can all go together. There's an 1897. We're looking for the dot, like a full stop in between the O and the N. I'll put a picture up there, what you're looking for. There we go. If you can find one of those, we're talking hundreds, probably 1,000 now if it's in decent condition. And there also is a little dot below the trident that Dan, 3 decimal Dan, has noticed, but there's something going on there next to the trident. Oh no, it's still scratch, isn't it? Yeah, there is a little dot underneath that trident on the right, but that's a plain one. And you can look for the sea level on the 1897 as well, because naturally it will be low tide, which that one is, but there is one that's slightly higher than low tide, but lower than high tide. It's so hard to find, so hard to spot, especially being filmed like this. I could do a video on that tide level, but it's so hard to film. There we go. You can see this is low tide, but that's common for 1897. Okay, carrying on, we have 1962. There's a 1913, and there's a bent penny there. A 1907. There's a George V, and 1918. No mint mark. 1936. There's an Edward VII. Oh yeah, another 1907. 1918, just the plain one. There's a 36, there's another Victoria, Younghead. 1893, I do think we have a better one than that on the board, do we? Let's just check the one on the board. 1893. I think this... so hard to tell, isn't it? Let's have a look on the other side. I don't know. I'm going to leave the one down there that was already there. There we go. 1938 and 1900. Okay, we start with 1912, and there's no H for heated on that one. It's another plain 1912. There's a 66. There's a Victoria. 1874. Now, 1874 was when they changed the design of Victoria's portrait. They changed it from the young head to the aged head, and I can tell that one is the aged head, and I can tell by the brooch at the bottom there. There we are, just down there you can see a little bit of the brooch, so I know this is an aged head. Apart from other things, the neck is... I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll go and get some images of the two coins and put them on the screen, explain it then. So there we are, we've got the young head on the left and the aged head on the right. Now what I look for on the 1874, because it doesn't get worn away completely normally, is the brooch. And there's the brooch on the young head, and on the aged head, which I've just found, you can just see a little bit of it in the corner there. So that's the way I'll spot it straight away. Other things like, see the distance between the V and the body is big on the young head and not much at all on the aged head, which is the one I've got. And the same on the young head, little gap there at the colon, and the one I've just found is definitely a bigger gap there. There are other things like the size of the colons, slightly bigger, and you can see on the one I've found are big colons. If you've got in good condition, there's lots of hairlines and everything to look out for, but the neck is something else you can spot. The neck is a little bit fatter and shorter on the aged head, you can see there. But I mean, Queen Victoria was 55 years old in 1874, so I think they could have aged it a little bit more, but who's going to upset Queen Victoria? And on both of the versions of the 1874, you had an H mint mark at the bottom. Below the 8 and the 7 there'd be an H for heated mint mark. Now I can tell this one's an aged head. As I said, there's a big gap between the colon and the head. There's a small gap there between the V and the body, and if you look at the colons, they're quite fat compared with the ones on the young head. The 1874 we've got on the board is awful condition. It's bent, it's completely worn, you can just about see the date, so we'll get rid of that. And we'll put that one on the board for now, see if we can find any of the other versions. Take a screenshot of that and you can familiarise yourself with it. Young head on the left, aged head on the right. Some very subtle differences. Also, there's narrow date, wide date, thick rim, thin rim. There's all lots of different varieties of the 1874, but we'll just stick to the 4. We won't go too deep. Okay, straight away a Victoria, 1891. Now that is an upgrade because you can read the 1 penny clearly. You can read all the writing on there. So that's an upgrade for that 1891. Where are we? 1890. Oh, I can't see it. There we go. 1891. Can't quite read the 1, I don't think. Yep, that's better. Definite upgrade. Put that over there. Okay, what we got here? 1918. I don't think that's a mint mark, but that's a very dirty coin, isn't it? Is it a mint mark? No. In there it goes. 35. 1927 again. The first 5 videos we didn't find a 1927. Now they're turning up all the time. 1898. 1899. There's a 1912. No mint mark on that one. 1921. There's a 1946. Has it got a dash on there? It has not. 64. And 1936. A couple of new members to give a shout out to. We've got Julie Wynyard. Thank you very much, Julie. Thanks for becoming a member. And Spud. Thanks for becoming a member, Spud. Very much appreciated. I've just found a little pile of pennies in front of me. They must be the ones that I put down when I found the 1874, so we'll carry on with those. Right, we've got a 1946, but there's no little dash up there after the 1. There's 1928, 1905, Edward the 7th. A little bit of damage there. What we've got here then, 1919, and we've got no mint mark on that one. 1896 Victoria. There's a real... Oh, that must be... What's that? 1865, is that? Looks like an 1865. Terrible condition. Terrible. But as we haven't got an 1865 on the board yet, that's going to have to go down there. Let's hope we find a better one than that. Right, what we got here, 1906. Head with the 7th. There's a 1916. It's not a recessed ear. 1921 there. 1962 and what's that, 1946. Has it got a no dash after the E in one? God, we've been doing it that long already. Doesn't time fly? Let's have another little handful then, and we'll call this the last one for this video. We've got Elizabeth II, 65. There's a 46. Come on, let's have a little dash after the E in one. No, but what's that at the top there? Is that a bit of glue or something? It is, but is it dirty enough to be called a dirty coin? Yeah, why not? Okay, 1918 there, and that's got no mint mark on it. There's a 63, a 1936. Oh, a jersey. It's got to be a jersey. Yep, 1957 this time. Jersey, 1/12 of a penny. Edward the 7th. There's a 1903. Come on, is that a open 3? No, that's a closed 3. Curly at the top, curly at the bottom. That's the common one. And the last coin in this hunt is a 1927. And for this one I said 1/12 of a penny. Obviously I meant 1/12 of a shilling. So there we are then. Please subscribe, comment, and you could win all these. And I'll even include this signed Benjamin Bunny 50p.
What's that got to do with pennies?